Oh shit. Oh shit. I was just testing how do I stream from my phone, and I see I got it going. Yo, yo. Yo, can you hear me? My fault, I'm just testing this shit. Yo, yo. I'm just testing this shit right now, right on for the likes. We gonna chop it up about Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Okay, I just had to make sure it's not showing no extra shit on my phone. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Can you hear me? Yeah, so I'm Juice. I got this finally working off of my phone. I'm going to be able to go live more. Pound for pound list is coming tomorrow, so be tuned in for that. Definitely going down. And we go chop it up about Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. I need to know how y'all feel about this. And who do y'all think go win this rematch? Who do y'all got winning against Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley? You know, I think this one gonna be an even harder fight for Paul. Cause you know, once you fight somebody once, it make it harder for you to fight them again, cause they know how you fight. And, you know, they don't have to spend as much time trying to figure you out because they already got you figured out. Which it can still work in Jake Paul's favor too. But you never know. They both look like they in real good shape. They both look like they ready to fight. The undercard is looking good with Frank Gore, one of the best running backs in the NFL that the NFL's ever had. So that's looking good. Can't wait to see that. And, you know, it's a lot of big things happening. You know, we got Frank Gore fighting against an NBA player, which is always dope to see the celebrity boxing. Then we got Jake Paul fighting Tyron Woodley. And this is number 2. Right now, I can't see the comments, but when I get in the car, I'll be able to. How's everybody's day? Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. It's crazy. I locked my keys in the car earlier today. Luckily, I had a spare key to get to. If I didn't, it would have been trouble. In Bernie Mac voice, it would have been trouble, trouble. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. Who do y'all got winning that fight and why? Okay. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, man. Who wins? I'm gonna tell y'all who I got right now. I got Tyron Woodley. If it ain't for a check and this like real serious, I think Woodley got him this time. And I think it's gonna be an easier fight for him. I think he might even get the knockout, and I think Jake know it. I think Jake's scared. But it can all be just to fool us. You know? You never know. So I'm not gonna feed too much into what I see, but until fight night. But I want to know what y'all think. Who wins? Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley. Who wins?
Just to fool us. You know?
I think it's still a 50 fight. A 50-50 fight. Don't know who's coming out on top. Yeah, see, it's hard to really judge it because they both look like they're in good shape. You know, Jake Paul know who he fighting. You know, both. Even if it was Tommy Fury or Tyron Woodley, he still was going to have to train hard. Tyron Woodley hopefully been training the whole time like they've been saying. And, man, I hope it's better than the first fight. I hope it's a better fight than the first fight and they know to throw their hands a little bit more. I think Jake Paul's a little gun shy. I think Jake Paul, he was scared to throw his hands the first fight. Same thing with Tyron, though. I think he was scared to throw his hands because they respected each other's power. But now that y'all know each other a little better, it's time for y'all to throw them fists. And let us see a even better fight this time, a more entertaining fight. Like I said, I know a lot of people with me. I hope that Tyron get the knockout. But, you know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. And I've been hearing a lot of news about Errol Spence and Terrence Bud Crawford throwing shots at each other. You know, I love to see that. It looked like both guys ready to fight. How y'all feel about that fight coming up? Well, if it come up, if it get made, you know, hopefully it does by 2022. You know what I mean? Early 2022 at that. If they can get that fight made, that'd be big for boxing. Who do y'all think win that fight? And are you excited if it gets made? I think that's the number one fight I've been waiting for so long. We've been getting a lot of dream fights. You know, hopefully that's one that can get made. I definitely would love to see that fight get made. So, yeah, Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. Who you got? I got Crawford. I got Crawford winning by decision. And in a miracle situation or a crazy situation, the late stoppage. But I got Crawford. I think he got more tricks in his sleeve. More tricks in, you know, that he can pull out in the ring and more things he can do. Yeah, Bud did a great job with the video. Spence got to get it done next year, but I won't be mad if Spence takes on Virgil Ortiz, Boots, or Ugas as a tune-up. I don't think those is tune-up fights. I think them is like, you know, and I would be happy with those fights too. And that's why I say I don't think they tune-ups. I think they real deal fights. And if either one of them dudes fought either one of those guys, I think we'd be okay with it. But we know what fight we really want to see. Spence and Crawford. That's the fight we want to see. That's the fight we hungry for. And we've been waiting long enough. At the end of the day, you got a side of fans who ride with Spence. You got a side of fans who ride with Bud. And it's time to see who is better. You know, it's time to shut up the people who hating on both guys. And it's time to see who is the best, who is the king of their division, who runs the division, and who should be number one. Crawford and Spence definitely need to fight. They go wait till Crawford 40 and then fight him. You know, we don't want that. Yeah, we've been waiting for that fight for a long time. A lot of back and forths, a lot of excuses, 60-40s, a bunch of stuff. It's time to just make it happen. At the end of the day, you can't say that you the king of the division or anything if y'all the two best and ain't fought each other. And I think Ortiz should be trying to fight somebody like Boots. I think that'd be a good fight. Boots versus Ortiz. They both hard hitters, both good boxers. Yeah, it's been some time before we got a true top dog at welterweight. I think the last lineal welterweight champ was Mayweather after he beat Pac-Man. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, I think the welterweight division is probably better than it's ever been. It's probably at its best right now. You know what I mean? So with that being said, all these guys got to fight each other because there's so much talent in the welterweight division. And even with Keith Thurman having a loss, he's still there. You know, they got Boots, Virgil Ortiz, Crawford, Earl Spence, Porter. He just left, but he was there. You know, all these top welterweights, Ugas. It's a lot of talent. Imagine if they was fighting when Mayweather was fighting. I still think he'd be on top, but I think it would have been a lot harder. It would have been, you know what I mean? And not to discredit any of the fighters, you know, like Canelo's and, you know, Marcus Madonna and all the fighters that he had to go against. I just think the talent is at a higher level now from being able to watch all them fighters. But just from my eyes, I think Mayweather would have dominated the lightweight division as of today. I think Mayweather would have dominated 140. And I think 147 would have been tougher for him. You know, I think anybody... I'm going to keep it real. When you watch Mayweather, especially... I just watched this fight with Diego Corrales the other day. And I already saw the fight, but I watched it again. And he's just so much levels above a lot of people who boxing. Like, it's incredible what he do, especially when he was Pretty Boy Floyd. And he got offense and defense. And the whole time the commentator's speaking against him, and he's beating the shit out of Corrales the whole time that they speaking against him. They speaking against him as if he losing the fight, and then he ends up dropping Corrales 5 times in the fight. So, you know, that just lets you know you got to have your own eye when you watching boxing, because if the commentators and, you know, the promotional company is against you and they want you to lose, they're going to make it seem like you losing when you might be winning. So, you know, that's why we make our own commentary, because we want the real. We don't want no fake commentary, no narrative, nothing like that. You know, we leave the fake commentary and the fake narrative to old media. My bad, just got back in the house. But yeah, though, we need that Crawford versus Spence. I think that Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, it might be a quicker night than the first fight. And hopefully it's Tyron Woodley, the one making it quick. A lot of stuff going on in boxing. We had a lot of good fights this year. Soon I'm going to get some footage of some of the boxing stuff that I'll be around. Some of the boxers I'll be around and get footage of them speaking and interviews of them. So stay tuned for that. Also, like I said, we got the pound for pound list dropping tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned in for that and make sure you catch that. Make sure in the comments you put your own pound for pound list so I get a idea of who y'all think is pound for pound. And yeah, you know, we go rock out like that. And I'm going to be back with another video. I was testing my streaming app. And now that I know I can stream off the phone, I'm definitely going to do it more. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Even if it's only 3 of us in here, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And I'm out.